Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the 90210 show. My name is Mark. With me, as always, is my girlfriend, Carol. How are you doing on this glorious day, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week here. It is July something.
It is the month of July in 1996.
It's July 24th, 1996?
Sure.
I think it's the 24th of July, 1996. And we watched an episode of 90210 this week.
We did.
Oh, wow. All right.
Sorry, we're recording
starting early.
We're recording pretty late today. So, this episode...
I was up all night playing Mario, the new Mario game.
Were you?
Yeah.
That's what you were doing all night?
N64.
That's what we're calling it now.
60-foot what? Just call me Jump Man.
Were you playing with Yoshi?
You tell me. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyways, yeah. This episode was the Christmas episode for season 5.
Season 4, I think.
Season 4?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like we're already...
You feel like we're
far into season
close to far into season 5. I mean, it started. You feel like we're close to live. We're not.
Yes, we are. Shh. Don't burst my bubble. I like my bubble.
It's gonna be a while, but yeah. Yeah, it's the Christmas episode,
which you were afraid was going to be a clip episode, but it really wasn't.
I mean, it wasn't, but there were clips. There were
clips.
They padded the runtime a little bit with some clips, but well, I mean, when they start the episode with they're all sitting around eating dinner, talking about how they're going to go into how they're going to go to Hawaii.
How to go to Hawaii in 4 easy steps.
They're following the not the money, but they're following the hula or something. I don't know. Hula skirts? Yeah, that's a thing.
Sure.
Anyway, so
the Walshes are going to get laid.
Looked like Brenda wanted to get laid by Brandon.
Yeah, that was weird.
There's some weird sexual chemistry between those two actors, and sometimes it bleeds through into their roles as twins.
Well, they were doing like pictures. I don't really know why they were. That's another thing they were padding time with.
Oh yeah, because there was no explanation for that.
No, they were just taking pictures.
I guess they were doing their Christmas card, but that went nowhere.
Yeah, but the way Brandon put his arm around Brenda just seemed more like a boyfriend than a brother.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, when they open the episode with them sitting around eating, talking about how they're going to go to Hawaii, we know they're not going to film in Hawaii. We know we're not going to see any Hawaiian footage.
Why? Why do we know that?
Because it's super expensive to film in Hawaii.
But Dylan's mom lives in Hawaii. Did they film in Hawaii at all with her, do you think? Or
no, I don't think so.
But they pretended.
Yeah, but that's much harder to do for an entire episode.
True.
And then you got to build new sets and all that shit and everything. They're not going to do that. So when they say they're going to go to Hawaii, when they say they're going to go to this new location, tropical location and everything, and then they started out with, oh, remember this Christmas? And then they show us a clip. It's like, oh, no.
So, okay. So
clip shows are the worst, by the way.
What?
Clip shows are the worst, by the way.
Agreed.
Except for the one that we do every year.
Hey, people love our clip show because it's the best of.
It's the best of.
Best of is not, just random corny-ass clips.
That's true.
They are the funniest moments as selected by Mark throughout the year.
Yeah, it's better than Carol. We had a lot of fun watching this episode of 90210. Remember another time we had fun watching 90210?
Right.
I think it went something like... Anyway,
goodness.
So tell us what happened in the show.
So, like we said, they started out taking weird pictures of Brenda and Brandon, and then all of them together. Oh my God. No, you want pictures of Brenda's vagina. Nobody else wants vagina pictures.
Why? I think the editors of Penthouse magazine have something to say to you.
I think that's gross. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't exactly necessarily like that either, by the way, just so you know.
Man, you're making it hard to start this episode.
What?
You are making it hard to start.
Okay. That's usually my line.
Okay. So, whatever. They're doing some shit where they're... Shut up.
You have completely given up.
Oh, like
I broke
stop.
you. I broke you. You started out so good. You were explaining everything that was going on and stuff, but I interrupted too many times. And I got you to the point where you're saying, okay, so they're doing some shit. As a description of what's going on in the episode.
Okay.
Taking pictures.
Forget about the Walshes for a moment.
Okay.
Let's talk
We're gonna move on to somebody else.
Let's talk about Donna and Kelly and David and how awkward it is in their apartment.
Oh, why is it awkward?
Well, I mean, first of all, because Donna seems a little oblivious to the fact that David's like angry and miserable and moody.
Yep.
She's just like, oh, hey, it's David, whatever. Kelly can tell something's up.
Oh, yeah. Everyone else can.
Oh, and actually, back it up for a second, because I'm remembering what happened before Donna got there. Or no, before Kelly got there. Dylan.
What are you talking about?
Dylan stopped by to drop off some gifts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Gillen?
Dylan.
Gillen. The mixture of Gil Hicks from fucking Mallrats.
Okay.
And Gillen.
Sure.
You remember Gil Hicks, right? From Mallrats?
Kinda.
It was the guy that played Dante in Clerks.
Okay.
Do it, Doug. You know, remember? That was a good movie. Anyway, so remember when we did Mall?
Remember that time?
No, but so yeah, he comes over to the Walsh's house to give them presents. Gives Brenda a kiss right on the lips.
Yeah. Now, it was a quick peck, but still, it was noteworthy.
And it was on the lips.
And then he stops by and gives Donna in front of Kelly.
It gives Donna quite a gift in front of Kelly.
Yeah.
He's under the mistletoe.
And Kelly's like, go ahead, Donna, go get him. First of all, they're supposed to be dating. So what the fuck?
Right. And she's a virgin.
And Donna goes over there and kisses him, and then it's like this big kiss that just goes on forever. Like, Kelly's like, okay, guys.
Like, they gave a little kiss, and then he, like, dips her and, like
yeah,
really goes for it. And I said to you, I was like, is that an ad-lib?
Maybe, because it certainly doesn't fit.
Wait, are you sure? Did we find that out? She is a virgin.
It was pretty weird. And then of course he also kissed Kelly on the lips. So we got 3 ladies with Dylan kisses within like the first 10 minutes of the show.
Yeah, what's he doing with Cindy off screen?
Oh jeez. It's really weird.
Yeah, that's the only one he didn't assault.
Right. Well, and he didn't see Andrea this episode, or else he might have kissed her too.
Yeah, I guess. Who knows? I just said, take a look at this, Jesse.
But David walks in after, he watches, after he would have been watching Donna make out with Dylan. Mm-hmm. How would that have gone down after everything else?
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
No.
Couldn't have gone worse this episode for Donna, though.
No. Apparently her birthday is Christmas. I don't know that came up before. I don't feel like that's a thing that we knew. Yeah,
I don't remember that either. But maybe that's actual Tori Spelling's birthday or something.
Who knows? But David has to go to a party at his dad's.
Yeah, his dad's throwing a big Christmas party.
And Donna's going...
Although they're Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Silver. I mean, they gotta be Jewish.
Yeah.
And he's a doctor?
Weird.
No way, he's not Jewish.
So why are they having a Christmas party?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a Hanukkah party.
Maybe.
Because it happens at the same time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, around the same time, yeah. I think he's dating a Christian or whatever.
a non-Jewish girl.
Yeah, that's right.
So
she's not a shiksa.
Donna's with David at the party, but not with David at the party.
She is a shiksa.
Sure.
She has shiksa pill.
Shiksa goddess. He's avoiding her, like obviously avoiding her.
Oh yeah.
It's like painful to watch.
There's one There's one point where David's dad, Mel, creepy Mel, sees her across the room holding a plate of hors d'oeuvres. And the way it's framed, it looks like he wants to have sex with her.
What?
You didn't notice that?
No.
He's on the phone with Kelly because Kelly's broken her tooth, which we'll get to. And he looks over at Donna, and the way it's framed and kind of lit, so it's sort of like, it's not hazy, but it has a little bit of that sheen to it.
Okay.
It looks like it's like the Dreamweaver, like that's gonna start playing.
Okay.
I believe, because like he's falling in love with her or something like that.
Yeah.
He wants to do her.
That's
what it looked like. But what I think it was supposed to be was him realizing that she was gonna be gone soon or something.
Yeah, I thought the expression on his face and the camera on her and stuff was him realizing and feeling bad for her.
Maybe.
Not wanting to bone her.
Well, maybe.
Anyways, though, it's sad watching her be sad and David avoiding her.
And David being mean. He's
very mean.
They really went out of their way to make him mean.
Well, I mean, I guess they want us to really feel sorry for her.
Yeah, and it's hard because, she's not giving it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not just... I mean, she's just...
She's been playing games with him. If she had said from the beginning, like she did say at the beginning, if she had said from the beginning, I'm not doing that, and never wavered from that, it would be different than her constantly going back and forth.
Right. Because it's messing with his head.
Both of them.
I feel more bad for him than I do for her.
Yeah.
But Christmas is her birthday and Christmas at the same time.
Christmas is her birthday and it's also Christmas. You're correct. Christmas falls on Christmas almost every year.
Almost. So she goes home from the party without David.
Yeah, David wanted to stick around and hang out with his dad or something. He says. He needed one-on-one time with Mel.
I mean, that's what Donna tells Kelly when she comes home. Mm-hmm. However,
because that's what David told him.
Yeah, told him.
Told her.
Oh, okay.
Told Donna.
So you think Donna believed that?
Yeah, for sure.
I thought Donna was lying to Kelly.
No. I think David said that to Donna as a lie, and Donna believed it.
Okay. So, as mentioned earlier, Kelly broke her tooth.
On candy that she gorged herself on.
Because she's at home in her pajamas on Christmas Eve by herself. What the fuck?
Yeah, where's her mom? Where is Aaron?
Yeah.
Where's the rest of her family? I don't understand this.
So, she can't go to the party with, David and Donna at Mel's house because her mom is suing Mel for custody of Aaron.
Yeah, that's still going on even though it's not important enough to ever show anything about.
So, yeah.
Just every once in a while someone will mention it for a second.
But she calls him and says she chipped her tooth and it hurts real bad, and can he tell her what to do? And so he says, it was weird. She said, do you know of a pharmacy or something?
Yeah, that I can get a prescription at.
And he's like, I'll tell you what to do. So the next thing we see is they're at his office. So did he send her to a pharmacy at all?
No, I think what he was going to do is tell her who she needed to call or where she needed to go until she could get seen by somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then he saw Donna and was like, oh, that's her friend. That makes me think of her. I got to be a good guy or whatever. I don't know. And then he ends up saying, look, just come in and I'll take care of you.
Yeah, so he gives her a temporary filling and tells her to come back in 2 weeks.
For a full crown.
And
really
then
broke the shit out of that tooth.
And then she talks about, how bad she feels about the lawsuit. It kind of sounds like she's stabbing her mom in the back here.
Yeah, well, she is on medication, too.
Right. But she's just like, I feel so bad. I tried to talk her out of it. And it's like, why are you saying that?
She's telling all these lies about you, and he's got a tape recorder. He's like, oh, keep going, Kelly.
So he's like, it's okay, Kelly. And, I'm a, what did he say? I'm a good dentist. I may be a shitty husband, but I'm a good dentist.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, a good father, and blah, blah, blah. So, whatever. They seem like they're making up, at least.
Yeah.
Not that he deserves it, because he is a cheating bastard.
He's a piece of shit.
Like, no matter how charming they try to make him, we have to remember what a lowlife he is.
The famous Mel Silver. Ugh. The famous dentist of Beverly Hills.
I mean, don't you get the impression he's kind of, like, warming up to, try to fuck Kelly now?
He wants to move on to the daughter.
Right?
Well, see, you were appalled that I mentioned that he might want to try to get with Donna.
Well, that's his...
And now you're like, oh, but Kelly, though. What were you going to say, honey? What were you going to say? That's his son's girlfriend?
Yeah.
It's his ex-wife's daughter.
Okay.
That's not as bad or worse.
Okay. His ex-stepdaughter,
It's his child's sister.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's bad. Never mind. I didn't really get that impression. I'm just saying.
I think it was supposed to be like a tender moment of like,
oh, we care about each other.
I'm going to take care of you.
Yeah.
Mr. Potato Head looking motherfucker.
So that's what's going on with them up until the end of the episode.
Yep.
And the Walshes are...
we're going to leave them hanging. We're going to leave them hanging on the Donna David.
Don't you think?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, we should end it the way the actual episode ends.
I'm good with it.
So the Walshes get on a plane to go to Hawaii for Christmas.
They're going to Hawaii for Christmas. Not sure why, but...
Just because they want to be random rich douches and go to Hawaii for Christmas.
How are they this rich? He's a financial advisor or whatever, and I'm sure he makes good money. But like his clientele are millionaires. I don't think they are.
I don't think they're millionaires, but they're 100,000aires for sure. They're doing well.
Yeah, I mean Cindy doesn't have to work.
And they don't have to pay for the house they live in. The company's providing their home. So.
Yeah, that's huge in California.
Yeah. So, I mean, that saves him a ton of money.
Yeah, and he was going to leave that one time, remember? And they were like, fuck, we better throw a bunch of money in him.
So, they're even going first class.
Yeah.
First class to Hawaii. It's got to be so expensive. But they're talking about, the macadamia nuts and all this bullshit. I don't know. I've never been in first class on a plane, so I don't know what that's like.
I've never been in first class on a plane either, so.
But
I know you get champagne and shit.
But Brenda's all nervous about it for some reason, even though she's the only one that I can think of that we know has flown because she went to Europe.
Yeah, and she went to Vegas, and so did They all went to Vegas.
They all flew. But
we know they've all been on a plane. But yeah, Brenda's never been nervous on a plane before, and it's weird. They try to hand wave it away by Brandon saying, "Well, it's just weird. I didn't know this about you before. I should know this. I'm your twin sibling." And she's like, "Yeah, whatever. I just don't like the takeoff, and I don't like the landing." A lot of people don't like takeoff and landing, though.
I like it.
I don't mind it. I like landing because I know that we lived.
Remember in French Kiss with Luke where he's like describing the build up and like it's like sex, yeah. Yep. I like it
because you think it's like sex,
kind of just like swinging on the swings in a playground. Like you swing on the swing and you lean your head back and then you sit up really fast and you get that like wee feeling.
Yeah, I don't mind takeoff. I don't mind takeoff or landing. I don't like the middle.
I like it all. I love flying.
Yeah, you would.
Anyway, Brenda's being weird and she's all nervous. And then they
turns out she's a reason to be.
They got to be, like halfway there. And then they're like, oh, there's a problem with the landing gear, so we're going to turn around and head back to L.A.
What he said was, and God, you'd never want to hear a pilot say this. He goes, attention, everybody. This is going to sound a lot worse than it is.
Right?
But the computer that controls our landing gear has gone down. we think everything's okay, but, maybe not. So we're going to turn around and go back to Los Angeles. I don't understand how that's safer than just going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Especially with what they do on the way back. Because they're going back to LA, and he's like, yeah, we've just jettisoned our fuel over the ocean. Just murdered a school of fish.
Yeah.
Because they're like, that's standard operating procedure, though, when we feel like we might have to make a crash landing. So the plane doesn't explode.
Wow. Well, they didn't say crash landing. They said landing without wheels, but I guess that would be a crash landing.
Correct.
Wow. So they go through all that. Everybody's terrified. Then they're doing flashback photos because their lives are supposed to be flashing past their eyes.
I know, it's ridiculous. And it's just previous episodes. That's all they remember of their lives is previous episodes.
Yeah, nothing from Minnesota.
Right.
So in the end, though, it's fine.
And they really tip their hand. It's so bad.
Yeah.
You see, they're showing shots of the outside, them coming back into LAX. They're showing shots of inside, like Carol said, they're showing flashes of previous episodes. And one of the flashes, before they land, they show the plane, full view of the plane, the landing gear's down. Yeah. It's and then they go back, and they're close up on all the family members' faces with the tense music playing, and it's like, why are you still trying to milk tension? I know their landing gear's down now.
Right.
You just showed me.
But yeah, they land just fine. So no worries. We didn't lose the Walshes.
Spoiler: the plane didn't explode and kill the two of the main characters of the show.
Dylan is going to Baja because Baja is his favorite place in the world and is where Dylan always wants to go for holidays.
Yeah, Baja, California, and they keep saying Mexico for some reason. Is Baja in Mexico? I thought it was in California.
It sounds like it's in Mexico. I mean, I guess we'll have to look that shit up, but
yeah, we'll have to trudge down to the library and get an encyclopedia.
Right. I mean, but according to the show, it's in Mexico. So
I think it's in California, but whatever.
I don't. I think it's in Mexico.
Okay, well, good for you.
So he's getting ready to leave, and someone knocks at the door, and guess who it is?
Oh, man.
It is that little old lady girl and her mom.
The 9-year-old that looks like she looked in the Ark of the Covenant.
She looks so old. It's so weird.
It makes sense, though, because she's supposed to be, and maybe she really is, she's supposed to be Dylan's sister.
And he's so old looking,
right.
Yeah.
They both have, the casting call must have been, find an 80-year-old that's 9.
Wise beyond your years, lived a lot of life. So, yeah, so they're finally in the picture, and we're not sure if it's true or not, but the lady is claiming that her daughter is his sister.
Yeah, that's Jack McKay's daughter.
And at first he's a little hesitant. He's acting like he still wants to go to Baja and stuff, but then he goes and talks to Nat.
And Nat's like, oh, why don't you trust him completely? Why don't you give him some money?
He's like, if there's ever a time to give people the benefit of the doubt, it's now.
Nat's so trusting. Nat's in on this.
Right?
Nat's like, I couldn't get out of the peach pit when I had the chance with that mall. Brandon fucked that up. And now this is how I'll get my money.
So Dylan
says, she's scamming me. I feel it.
Yeah. And then, Nat's like, come on, man. So he's went to pick up food. They're getting ready because I guess they hand out homeless people meals on Christmas Day or whatever.
Yeah, good for the peach pit.
And that's what we see everybody doing the next day. So for some reason, even though it's never been brought up before.
And I didn't see any homeless people in there, by the way, either.
But they were handing out food.
Yeah, were there homeless people there?
I didn't notice any,
I don't think they showed them on camera.
But Dylan takes food back to these people, and he also shows up with a Christmas tree and decorations and presents. And he's like, we're going to have a Christmas. I have always wanted a sister. And she made him this picture that she drew on the bus. And
that's why he changed his mind, because she made him a picture. Yeah, they do come in with quite a sob story. Oh, we live on the Mississippi Delta, and the flooding destroyed everything. We lost everything. We lost all our belongings, and I just told her I'd take her to Disneyland, before we killed ourselves.
Basically.
Or whatever. Yeah. And so he buys them Disneyland tickets.
3, so he's going with them.
Yeah.
So
of course.
Yeah. Baja's out. New pretend family is in.
Mm-hmm. And that's the start of this fucking long con.
Long con. So...
Yeah, they better hurry up this con because that 9-year-old doesn't have many years left.
Right? And then Steve
Sanders, who they say, by the way, they're talking on the plane and they're like, we've changed. Remember that time, Mom? There were some flashbacks. Mostly for the Walshes. Remember that time, Mom, that you dressed up like a Zsa Zsa Gabor?
Right.
And we had to flash back to that episode. And we see Brenda's bangs.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, haven't we all changed so much? And they look at each other like, except for one person. And then they show Steve Sanders. And I argue that Steve has changed more than any of the other characters since this show started.
Right, because he's at the frickin' Peach Pit passing out Christmas presents as Santa for the second year in a row. The year before he was passing out presents at that school for the poor kids or whatever.
Yeah, you would think that every Christmas he would either go to church or go to a therapist or something like that to explain how one time he saw angels make a truck phase through the fucking school bus and not hit anybody.
Oh, and then Andrea is spending her Christmas with Jesse's family.
Oh, we done with Steve?
Aren't we? Was there more?
I guess Steve was like, he recapped last episode for Nat.
Yeah.
His storyline from last episode, he recapped in Nat.
Didn't really think we needed to touch on that.
All right. Andrea.
Oh, no. Okay.
Jesse.
Yeah. So she's going to midnight mass with him and his whole family.
Yeah, as a Jew.
That seems pretty serious, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's going to burst into flames going through that door.
But I mean, they've only been dating for a very short time, and he's involving her in his family's Christmas.
And this is the second time she's at a big family thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's, just foreshadowing because she is going to be part of his family, but, we don't know that shit yet.
Yeah. But yeah, she acts like she's tainted or something like that. She's like, we don't have a baby Jesus in my religion. It's like, yeah, you do. Jesus was a Jew. They have Jesus in the Bible.
But they don't believe that he's the Son of God.
Correct.
So she doesn't have...
It's not like he's a big deal. He's not Abraham. You know what I mean? It's not like he's a big deal to the Jews, but they acknowledge his existence.
Yeah, I guess. I mean...
You guess.
I'm just saying, I get what she means. He's not somebody they worship.
Yeah.
So...
Catholic Mass is different than Temple, yes.
Right. So that was that. I think that was her whole point. She was even going to wear, a hat and gloves and stuff.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, she looked like... What did she look like?
I don't know.
He opens the door, and she kind of reminded me of... Remember Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah.
Remember when Diane Wiest was going around selling cosmetics, and she was all dolled up in that shit? Mm. That's kind of what she reminded me of.
Yeah, she was very over-the-top looking, but,
I think she had... shoulder pads in her. She looked terrible.
She definitely looked like my mom in the 80s.
I was going to say, she looked like everyone's aunt in 1984.
Right. So, I think he calmed her down, though, because she looked a little better by the time she actually made it to Mass.
Yeah.
Anything else before we do the end of this episode?
The final episode. No, this isn't the final episode. I think that's pretty much everybody's storylines, yeah.
So, David sucks, and he sucks at pretending.
Donna doesn't suck, which is why this is happening.
Right.
Yeah, she could do that, by the way.
She could.
There are other things she could do that aren't sex. I'm just saying, in real life, she could maybe keep him satisfied without having to lose her virginity.
But, I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think that they're going to move on to that when they end up back together, which we know they will.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she said something like that. in one of these episodes coming up.
Okay, I didn't watch all of them, so and this was 2 years ago or whatever, 3 years ago,
right.
2 years ago when we watched them, so I don't remember,
but it's both, as we've stated, her birthday and Christmas.
Correct.
And he can't get it up enough to be nice, to seem like he's happy to be around her. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, he's like, I get he wants to wait, but it's like, if you want to wait, like fucking put on an act.
Yeah. So, but he's acting like he's at a funeral. That's what he's acting like. So,
more than that, he's pissed.
She knows something's wrong. So she goes and asks, and he's like, let's not discuss this now. It's your birthday. Mm-hmm. So, of course, she wants to know what's going on.
And basically, he says, this relationship isn't working out for me anymore.
Yeah. And mostly the sex stuff, but other things, too.
He does say that.
And then, of course, she's heartbroken and crying, which the next episode, we started watching by accident because, the tape got, messed up. Mm-hmm. And so she was upset about them being broken up. So we went into this episode waiting for it to happen. It was the last thing that happened. It was so annoying.
Yeah, I guess.
It was annoying to me.
All right.
It didn't bother you? No. You think you would have figured it out anyway?
Yes. I think it was very obvious. The way he was acting the entire episode, I think it was super obvious.
But yeah, so they're still going to have to live together and be broken up.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
That sounds terrible.
They won't be broken up for long, though.
Yeah.
Because soon he cheats on her.
But between now and then, they have to get back together, so it's actually cheating. So
yeah.
Yeah,
they're I didn't realize they broke up, so when we were watching that before. So.
I think she's...
I didn't know anything about the show, so...
I think she's going to give him head. I think that's how they're going to get back together. She'll be like, guess what, David? There's other things I can do for you. Be like, yay, okay, I'm back in.
Really? You think that?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know if Aaron Spelling would allow his daughter to say that on camera.
I don't know. All that kissing with Luke Perry, who knows?
Right? Yeah,
that's
what I was expecting. I was expecting her to just get pregnant from that. She'd be like, it's an immaculate conception on Christmas, David.
What was going on, though? I mean, maybe Luke Perry was just having an amorous day and he wanted to kiss everybody.
He was Richard Dawsoning the entire cast.
Right?
But no, I don't know. It was so out of character. Out of character for him, out of character for her, just out of character for the show. And it was weird.
And for Kelly to be like, oh, go get him.
Yeah.
That was weird.
And then to be like, okay, guys, okay.
Nobody would be fine with that.
Mm-mm. Not with the... Yeah, if you haven't seen the episode, I mean, watch the episode. What he does. It's quite a kiss.
Yeah. No way.
It looks like he's like, hey, if David can't seal the deal,
right?
Then I'll take both of you.
Oh, jeez.
So, and then Brenda, too. He does.
He wants them all, except Andrea. I don't think he's ever expressed any interest in Andrea.
No, not sexually, no.
But she looks like, his mother, so.
Right.
There's that.
Well, that is our episode for the week. Carol, tell the people stuff.
So, go to our website, retrolatefee.com. Mm-hmm. Write us at latefee1994@AOL.com.
Yep. And watch this clip of us talking about
Tell your friends.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.